Well guys, welcome back. Out here at the tiny house build, as you can see before me, I've got a whole bunch of pine needles, but I do have a subfloor. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to lay out the walls. So I got some material already cut to length, and what you see in front of me is I've got the bottom plate. So that's the piece of wood that all the other studs or the vertical wall pieces are going to connect to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today. We're going to probably get up just this one wall. I'll go through the process of how I do that, and then we'll go from there. But as you can see, we're starting with a solid clean slate, and it's a nice day, so can't complain. Anyways, let's look at what I've done so far. So I just got this bottom plate out here, and what I've done is I've started what's called the layout. And so I'm doing 16-inch centers. So what that means is from the location of one wall stud to the center of the location of the other wall stud, it's 16 inches. The reason I'm doing that is that provides me with adequate spacing for insulation. All right. If you're doing any type of drywalling as well, it's assumed that you're going to typically for a house follow a 16-inch center. All right, so I've laid out the location for the studs. I've also located the location for what we call the king stud and the jack stud or the cripple. Basically what these are different length studs for windows. All right, so a window is going to sit right in this location, obviously right about here, but I've laid it out on the bottom plate. So what I'm going to do now, I'm getting some of the wall studs into place, going to lay them out, and that's basically it. That'll get me going. So hold on, here we go. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if we were framing a house, it's important to crown the lumber. Now, if you're not sure what that is, check out my previous video. So basically, each piece of wood has a natural curve to it, whether it curves like this or it curves like this. And because of that, we want to have them all going in the same direction. And that makes it so it's not sort of like a, weavy type wall when you end up getting your sheetrock put up. In our case, doesn't really matter. We're just building a cabin. I'm going to side it with rough sawn lumber. This is rough sawn lumber. It's not very perfect. So for my case, you won't see me crowning lumber. All right guys, we're ready to go. So just before I get started, I like to show people what I carry in my pouch, and the pouch is basically my tool carrier. So I got my speed square, I've got my cat's paw down here on the back. I carry my hammer. Sometimes I have a level in here. Got my chalk line. Far side I got a knife and a pencil, tape measure. But on today's episode, I'm carrying off. Believe it or not, the bugs are horrific. You wouldn't know it, and that's because I'm practically bathing in this stuff, but that's what goes in the tool pouch. So let's get back at it here. As I mentioned on previous episodes, typically when the material is 4 inches thick, I'd put 2 nails. So 2 nails, because 1 nail every 2 inches. Now, another thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to use galvanized RDoc nails. The RDoc is the spiral, basically helps it to hold, galvanized to prevent it from rusting. So that's it. Another thing before I get going here, it's really important you double check things before you get started. Now, I've done this a time or two, but I still go back and I check my rough opening size for my window. The window is not going to change size. Therefore, if I screw this up at this point, I'm in a world of trouble. I pre-cut everything back at the shop because I have no hydro, and so I think I'm ready to get started. So what's important here is try to keep things square when you're nailing. All right, square meaning 90-degree angle. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist here to figure out what you got to do. Although some days it's harder than others, especially these mosquitoes, but just keep things flush. See how that's nice and flush? Helps to create nice appearance when you're all done. So nothing too spectacular going on here. Now, real world, you're probably not using this hammer. Real world, you're trying to get things done because you're getting paid. I'm using a nail gun typically. But, as I mentioned, no hydro, no compressor, no nail gun. Back to the old stiletto. Now, you'll notice, this being rough sawn lumber, it's not perfect. It's only as good as myself and the mill. Now, notice this. This would definitely not fly in the real world. That difference here, this bottom plate is probably a good 1/4 inch thicker than the stud. For me, cabin, tiny house, doesn't matter. Right? And I put an X right where the stud goes. Okay, and notice I put 2 lines here. So you just want to make sure that's lined up best you can. And the reason there's this little gap here, you'll see after when I put up the back wall, it's so that you have nailing edges on both walls. Especially important if you want to stay friends with people like drywallers. Once again, I'm out in the bush. There are no drywallers coming here, so it doesn't really matter, but good practice. And see how that bumped back a bit? What you can do sometimes is you either kneel or stand on it. Okay. If you ever want to check, see if it's square, you do that. See that gap? Not square. See that? Better. Get on there. Likes to bounce on me. If you can avoid it, don't drive a nail through a knot. The nail just wants to bend and go everywhere. Try to just move it. Move it off to the side a little bit. What the? Get over there. Oops. I think my bottom plate's a little wide. It's supposed to be 4 inches, but not quite 4 inches. But I can tell. Ow. You guys see that? That's what happens. That hurt, believe it or not. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that hurt pretty good. Mosquito landed right on the edge of my eye. I took my focus off for 2 seconds, and boom, right on the old thumbaroo. And this will all get squared up when we put the top plate on there. Look at that, I'm bleeding. Mosquitoes are gonna smell me now. Okay. Simple as that, sort of. So let's slide this wall back to the edge here. Ooh, jeez, get back there, green lumber. You guys see these bugs? Holy smokes. Okay, there it is. Now, there's two top plates, double top plate. So this would be the one on top of the studs, and then we'll have another one that'll tie all four walls together. Look at these guys. They smell a meal. Here, have some. Have a bite. No? Full of DEET, that's why. Take that sucker out. Flip her up, and once again, you'd crown this the same as all the studs if you were doing that, but I am not. Get over there. Oh my gosh, they're bad right now, the bugs. I sense another bloody thumb coming on. We're going to attach them. What I pre-cut. Another good thing you can do is put a scribe line down here to make it square. I'm gonna just rely on this flat surface sitting on there. See if we can sneak a nail in the top here. Ooh, that could have been a dagger. Well, there's a fully framed wall. So, now the hard part. Standing it up. Here goes. Okay. Locked in there. Okay. Oh, God. Just tacking it for now so I can check it for plumb. I'm not gonna walk up there yet. Guess I'm gonna have to. Wow, sometimes you win in life, and I can't believe it, but that's it. Well, folks, there you have it. First wall of the tiny house. Now, hopefully you guys saw how much work goes into this. I'm no expert. I'm no Mike Holmes, Brian Baumler, whoever, but I can swing a hammer. So for the most part, I think it turned out pretty well. If we have a look here, we've got our nice window opening. I designed it so that it's just about at eye level. So when you're looking, your eyes are right in the middle here. Okay. So next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the other side. And the reason we're building the other side is because the two middle walls will fold up and attach to those side walls. So that's what's next. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see the progress and where I started with this build, be sure to check out the playlist. All kinds of good videos in there. For everyone else, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Helps me to get my channel content out there. And for everyone else, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you all next time.